All right, fall silent. Here we go.
Okay, ready.
So these are for the banners, and first thing you're gonna do is you are going to make sure you're in Photoshop. So make sure it's in Photoshop. You're going to be each sign 1 to 2 athletes to do. You're gonna go to open, and you're gonna open up the image. So let's start with we'll do volleyball here. In the past, we used to go through this process of cutting out the person. I discovered that just kind of takes too long. There's a quicker and easier way. So once you've opened it, you're just gonna pull the image over to the template. Where'd it go?
It's
It's
the other
over.
way.
Oh, you got
The
it.
other way.
Oh,
Oh,
Never
Cancel.
said I can spell blue like that.
Look like
there we go.
whole human.
Imsage.
Okay, so let's try that again. You're gonna pull the image over to the athletic posters template and drop it in, and then you're going to resize it. Okay, so holding down the shift key, I'm just gonna make it as big as the dimensions that I need to cover the entire image. And I'm more concerned with the athlete than anything. I don't care about the foreground or the background or anything like that. So I want to make sure the athlete looks good within the photograph, and I also want to be aware of the headroom. Now, these banners, like the one hanging on the wall behind me, you'll notice that it is bent over. So you have what's called a 1-inch bleed all the way around these posters. So you need to know that anything within 1 inch of this is going to be cut off. So we probably need to make this last name fall into the margins a little bit smaller. So I'm going to hit enter, lock that in. It should clean up a little bit. So let me go up here to where it says last name, and I'm just going to make that a little smaller.
Are you gonna send that one over? Or
Yeah, I'll send this one over with the adjustment on it. All right, lock that in, recenter it, there we go. So you make sure you have a little bit of room on the sides and on the top and on the bottom, okay? Okay, so I want to get that Marty logo to show up. So it's pretty simple. No. I want it to be behind my athlete, so I'm just going to drag it down here. And
underneath the Marty logo?
yep, so the Marty logo is on top of it. And you see how it's this mask layer here? One of the settings that we have on here is if you double click on it, you get your layer style. We have this underlying layers. Now the setting should already be set in there. So you'll notice that Marty is on over the top of her, right? All I have to do is click on the mask right here, go over to the paintbrush, make sure I have a black brush. I'm gonna get a nice little fuzzy one here, and I'm just gonna paint in her really fast. And it doesn't have to be super detailed. We just wanna kind of get the Marty out of like the important areas. Just like that. And that is it. File, save that. Okay, so once you've done that, if we save this as a PDF and we send it over to the printer, that file is going to be absolutely huge because this template is 24 by 36 inches. It's a poster size. It's giant, right? So just for demonstration purposes, if I go to File, Save As right now, it gives you an estimation of how big the file would be. So if we go to PNG, or I'm sorry, PDF, because that's the format it needs to be in. Where's PDF? Photoshop, PDF. Okay.
But what do you want us to save it as?
PDF. Has to be a PDF.
Oh.
And then I click Save. Let's go take a look at that file size.
I know. What do you want us to label it as?
Like the athlete's name or whatever.
Yes. All right, it's going to ask you to save these, but so I'm just not going to change anything. I'm just going to save it just as it is.
Athlete's name, senior poster. Second.
Yeah, that's fine. Senior, yeah, or athletic poster. See down here, it's taking a huge time to save here. Basically, guys, I don't want to spend the 15 minutes it's going to take to save this one file because it's going to be over 2 gigabytes. It's a huge file, okay? So in order to save it, so let me cancel out of that. Cancel.
It's so big it doesn't work.
Life,
Right?
because doesn't want to work.
What?
It's not responding.
Life doesn't want to work.
We broke the internet. All right. What you have to do, guys, is you're just going to hit Command A. You're going to select all of your. Well, let me select all of them. Let's see. Or I'm sorry, Shift maybe. There we go. Select all of your layers, right click, merge layers,
And then save as a PDF?
and then save as a PDF. It'll now be a much smaller size, usually around 25 megabytes, which is usable. We can actually send that via the internet to
But
actually
will
get
the
it ordered.
quality be lower then?
Does not. All it does is merge all the layers. Because when you're saving it with all those individual layers, it's
has to
saving the information for every single one of those layers and all of the settings that go along with it. So if you're doing two, so now if we were to save it, file, save as, try that again, PDF, and see, uncheck the layers because there are no layers.
But if you check it anyways, will it
You
still
could, yeah, it wouldn't matter because it's only one layer. And then turn off the Photoshop capabilities. You don't need it. And then optimize for fast web preview. Let's see how much quicker that goes. Save. But basically, it'll go a lot faster. And you're obviously going to change this information to your athlete. So it's not that hard. Any questions? I'm going to stop it. So it's already done saving. Let's go check the file size. I don't know where I saved it to. Anyway,
I think you saved it to downloads,
did I?
Looks like you look tired.
most likely.
Yep, PDF.
Oh,
Info, get info.
it's just a lot different to see people when they go from non-makeup to non-makeup.
Yeah, so it's 20.3 megabytes, which is an actual usable size. But as you can see, it's huge. I missed a little bit right there, but that's not a big deal. And then to go backwards, all you got, so to get back, if you're doing two posters, just Command Z it. Oh. There we go. And that's it. All right, so I'm gonna save this and send the PSD over to you guys via Classroom. Just give me one
You guys
second
want
to
me
do
to
that.
share the steps it takes? What do you guys?
Sure.
And if you start over, you probably want to go in and reset this, and that's just Command Delete. Boom. All right, so you don't need these layers. Delete. There we go. All right, so
Got me tempted. Look at Yvonne, it looks like this little stick.
Like 27 pounds every snake and make it possible.
Looks like an eraser.
I know.
We should make it.
Oh
make
man,
it
you
the
can
Minotaur.
see
I
it's like,
look
It got me
Tired.
Minotaur.
I look like I'm gonna fall asleep.
Just get a Minotaur.
all right, guys, head over, hop on Photoshop. I need the computer on the end, so don't use that one.
Are you still recording?
No, no. Oh, I am.